Good evening, football fans, and welcome to Fisher Field, Mississinewa High School for tonight's IHSA football competition with the visiting Pendelton Heights Arabians and the home team, the Mississinewa Indians, home to the 2017 Sectional 21 champions. I'm Ryan Scott. Alongside with me is special guest Dalton Bishop. And Dalton, I'm glad to have you along for this dogfight.
Yeah, Ryan, glad to be back. As many of those watching at home know, me and you had the opportunity to call each and every football game last year for Mississinewa. Last year was one of those seasons where the fans didn't really know how good the season was going to be, including myself. I didn't know how well the season was going to be. Well, it turned out it was absolutely spectacular. The drought is over. Mississinewa was the Sectional 21 champions. What a fun game that was to call for me and you. Tonight, they welcome Pendelton Heights, a very good football team who was 7-4 last year. Played last year's runner-up in the state championship game. That was New Palestine. They went to the state championship game, did not end up winning it, but Pendelton Heights was in that game for most of the contest. So very good football team on the other side of the field.
Yes, and we're going to take a 60-second break and be back with more of the pregame show. 60-second break is brought to you by Turning Over a New Leaf Flowers and Gifts, 313 West Main in Gas City. We'll be back in 60. You're watching Mississinewa Indians football on the Tribe Sports Network. Welcome back to Fisher Field as we continue with the pregame show with roughly 29 minutes left until the opening kick. And Dalton, as many know, the Indians were ranked 8th in the coaches poll. That means a lot to Mississinewa football.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach Funk and his football team really, really work hard in the offseason. I know that they feel that there's unfinished business. They had a sectional championship. They had a regional championship right at the tip of their fingers, just came up a little bit short. And so I know Coach Funk and this Indian football team very, very hungry here this season.
Yeah, after a 4-year quarterback starter, Cade McCoy, he has now graduated. And Dalton, some fans might be wondering, who's going to fill that spot? And most people know.
Yeah, well, Heisman Skeens is going to fill that spot for his senior year. And 3 years at the varsity level now, going to be his 4th year at the quarterback position. His 1st year at the quarterback position, his 4th year at the varsity level. The first 3 years, Skeens was a running back and then went over to the slot position last year as his cousin Cade Campbell came up to the varsity level, and he really had an outstanding season last year. Well, looking forward to seeing how Heisman does at the QB position. He is going to do I think the Indians are going to look to run the ball a little bit more than what they did last year. A very good football team. So I think the Indians will definitely be explosive on the ground. I'm looking forward to seeing how well they do in the air. Is Heisman Skeens going to be able to pass the ball as much as the Indians want to pass the ball?
Right, and it's going to be new for Coach Funk, making that transition, because really Heisman can play almost anywhere.
Yeah, Heisman is a very dynamic player. And, speaking of Heisman, his cousin Cade Campbell is a junior this year. He's going to be in the backfield. And guess what? Cade's younger brother, Carson Campbell, will be in the backfield this year as well. Carson going to be at a slot position. And, man, I'll tell you what, you got a trio of cousins in the backfield. It's going to be deadly.
Yeah, three cousins and 3 good athletes and a good freshman.
Yeah, absolutely. Carson Campbell. I'm looking forward. I really want to see how well he does. He really tore it up in the middle school level. I mean, he was all over the place. I mean, he's getting talked about in 6th grade at the high school level. People talking about, man, this Campbell kid's going to be good. Well, we're getting ready to get a good taste and see how well he really is and how good he really plays. And, we talked about Heisman Skeens moving to the quarterback position, and I just want to give a nice stat about Heisman. In 2017, last season, Heisman Skeens had 1,000 or more receiving yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards, being the only player in the state of Indiana to do that. He's the only player in the state of Indiana to have 1,000 or more yards in receiving and in rushing. No other player in the state did that. That is a huge accomplishment for Heisman Skeens.
Yeah, especially a small town school. You don't see that a lot.
No, you definitely don't. And Heisman is very, very good in the backfield. When he has the ball, I don't know how to explain it. It's not like he's impossible to take down, but he's really hard to get to the ground just because he's so shifty, and the Indians' front line does a great job blocking.
Yeah, Heisman is, quick on his feet, and that really helps him. Well, most people, for the people that are here right now, look and see Andrew Castanon not fully dressed, and there is a reason.
Yeah, Andrew Caston on Wednesday afternoon was practicing, and we got the news that Drew went down with a concussion. Gonna miss tonight, and doctors thinking probably gonna miss next week, but he'll be back by week 3 is what they're thinking. So very unfortunate for the junior Castanon, but we know he'll be back and just in his old form as he was last year, doing an outstanding job. Well, somebody to watch for Pendleton Heights is a player who is a 6'4" senior. He's a wide receiver, Eli Pankle. He is going to Duke University next year to play football. That is a huge accomplishment for that young man.
Yeah, it is, and really when people see that, you wonder, how good is this kid going to be really on the field, and Miss Sinnell is thinking the same thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Ryan, we had the chance to catch up with both coaches. I know you had the chance to catch up with Coach Funk. I had the chance to catch up with Jed Richmond, the head coach of Pendleton Heights, and we'll hear those interviews after this 60-second timeout. This is Mississinewa Indians football on the Tribe Sports Network. Welcome back to Mississinewa High School as we continue with more of our pregame show on opening night of the 2018 IHSAA football season, and we're joined by Pendleton Heights football coach Jed Richmond. And Coach, opening night, that's got to put some jitters in you.
Yeah, it is. Especially coming up here against a really good team like you guys got. But it's one of those things. This is why you do it. It's a lot of fun, and both teams, I'm sure, have worked hard all summer long. So just looking forward to a good contest. forward to a good contest.
You had a 7-4 season last year, played some pretty good football teams, and do you think that's helped you as you prepare for this season?
I hope so. I mean, because our schedule just got tougher with these guys, you know. So, but we got a good crew, and our in-conference games really prepare us. You know, it's a tough conference, and then of course our sectional, which you guys won last year, is really challenging too. So iron sharpens iron, though. So we'll be better for it.
As you said, Mississinewa won the sectional last year, coming off of a very good season for them. What kind of concerns you about that team?
Well, a lot of guys are back, and they're really good. So, you know, the team speed is really, really good, and, you know, it's a Coach Funk coach team. I mean, I have a ton of respect for Coach. I've known him a while, and, you know, he does things the right way. Kids play hard, they tackle well, they block well, they play as a team, and it's a group you root for until you got to play them. So.
You have Heisman Skeens, who comes in as a senior, who has pretty much dominated his first 3 years, and now you got a cousin, Cade Campbell, who's going to be a junior. He's been pretty tough, but now you got the youngest one, Carson Campbell.
Yeah.
Is that one that you look after too?
Well, you know, obviously you got to know where those guys are all the time, but you know, then you got to know where Kyler Funk is. You got to know where Cruz is. I mean, there's weapons all over the field. So, you know, and then the line's big and strong and difficult to deal with. So it's a very good team and a very sound team, and we don't get much film on them because it's first game, but the little bit I can see, it definitely fits with Coach Funk's personality, and it's intense and passionate, and it's a good group of guys. I got a lot of respect for these guys.
Do you feel like your guys' summer went pretty well? As you said, you guys worked very hard this summer. Do you feel like it went really well preparing for tonight's game?
Sure. Yeah. You know, we've had a good camp even since the season started, and you know, we scrimmage Muncie Central, which is more of a triple option team, and a flex bone team, which is different, but you know, it takes the same disciplines. You know, you got to defeat a block the same way, and you got to read the same things, and so on and so forth. So I feel pretty good, but you know, simulating the speed, we got some quick kids, but it's one of those things. You know, simulating the speed and getting out here in the game it's two different things. So.
How are you guys health-wise coming into tonight?
Good. Yeah, good. We got a few bumps and bruises here and there, but you know, thankfully nothing serious. So pretty blessed.
Coach, thanks for your time and good luck tonight.
Hey, thank you.
Jed Richmond, head coach of the Pendelton Heights Arabians, will be back with more of our pregame show right after this. This is Mississinewa Indians football on the Tribe Sports Network.
We are going to take a 1-minute break, and we'll be back to hear from head Mississinewa coach Kurt Funk on what he has to say about the game. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're watching Mississinewa Indians football, provided by Salem Bank. Welcome back to Fisher Field, Mississinewa High School. Joins me now is head Mississinewa coach Kurt Funk. And Coach, new season, and you have to be excited.
Oh yeah, really excited. We expect a big crowd tonight here for a home opener against the outstanding opponent in Pendelton Heights. We're just excited to get after it here and see what we're made of.
It's been a long time getting here. What have you guys been doing throughout the summer to get prepared for tonight in the season?
Yeah, really our preparation started, right when we were beat by Greenwood last year in the regional. We said that, we got to make goals for next year. And it started, after Thanksgiving there. And, we've been working hard. And kids have been playing other sports and working hard in them. And now we're at this moment.
What are the big things that you will be expecting from Pendelton Heights?
They got some tremendous athletes. Their quarterback, they got a good receiving core, running backs. We're going to have to play our best football in order to come away victorious tonight. I mean, they're just an outstanding senior-led team.
Coach, thank you for your time. Best of luck tonight.
Thank you very much.
Going to take a 60-second break, and we'll be back with more pregame with 16 minutes remaining until the opening kick. We're going to take a 60-second break and be back with more of the pregame show brought to you by Sophie's Ice Cream, 306 West Main in Gas City. We'll be back in 60. You're watching Mississippi Indians football on the Tribe Sports Network.
Welcome back to Mississinewa High Schools. We continue with more of our pregame show, but before we get into more of our pregame show, I'd like to give a shout out to one of the most athletic girls on our girls basketball team, Aubrey Tan, watching from home tonight. She's a little bit under the weather, but not going to let that hold her back, and she's going to support her Indians one way or another. So shout out to Aubrey Tan watching from home. Well, Brian, as we talk about this football game, really a beautiful night after some weather earlier this morning, a little bit earlier this afternoon, had some weather come in. Partly cloudy skies tonight. Looks like there's some weather off in the distance, but I think it's going to hold off, and it's going to be another beautiful night for football.
It is, and it makes it even better. Mississinewa Athletic Director Chance Young just turned on the lights, so you know it's game time when the lights come on.
Yeah, well, let's go to public address announcer Kirk McCollum.
High school. Your admission to this athletic event entitles you to enjoy an exhibition of skills developed by these student athletes. Please give these athletes your encouragement and support. Efforts to applaud the talents of all participants is greatly appreciated. Booing, taunting, or intimidating the officials, coaches, or athletes is unacceptable and unsportsmanlike. Also here at Mississinewa High School, this is a smoke-free campus.
The Mississinewa Marching Band heading to the field, and we will give you tonight's national anthem.
At this time, I'd like to ask everyone to please rise and remove all hats. As a Mississinewa Crimson Pride marching band honors America with the playing of our national anthem under the direction of Mrs. Andrea Van Hoff.
So welcome back to Mississinewa High School. Ryan, we are about 10 minutes away from the start of the 2018 season for the Mississinewa Indians football team, and I'll tell you what, man, I'm fired up.
It is, and we look down from us, and stands are almost all the way full.
Yeah, you look left to right, right to left, up, down, down, up, however you want to look at it. You've got all kinds of Indian fans packed into this place, and you look down at the student section. Looks like the theme night has worked. It is a white out, and I see a lot of white down there in the student section.
And you see them, they keep on coming through the gate. So, you know, the football team has to be proud because the fans are here to root them on for the first win, hopefully, of the season.
Yeah, really looking forward to seeing what this Indian football team has in the 2018 season. Of course, this is opening night, so a very, very interesting evening so far, to say the least. You got Pendelton Heights, a team where the Indians have never played, at least in the 4 or 5 years I've been announcing the sports. So this is going to be absolutely awesome. Well, you see down at the field, the student section making a tunnel along with the cheerleaders and the band. They will welcome the Indians to the field, and we will turn things over to Kurt McCollum as he will introduce the starters.
Refreshments are on sale at the west end of the stadium. Also, restrooms are located on the home side of the field. Men's is at the west end. Ladies is at the east end.
As you can hear some music being played to welcome the Indians to the field. It's just moments away before they make their way out of the locker room. Well, Ryan, the Indians are still in the locker room. They have requested that some music be played, but man, Coach Funk and the rest of the coaching staff, they must be really giving him a talk, getting them wound up in that locker room to go here tonight.
Yeah, Dalton, I'm honestly surprised that you cannot hear them from, because we're really not that far away from the locker room, and yeah, it's just literally right across the field. Like you said, Coach Funk is really going to get them fired up.
Yeah, you can hear the music in the background. It is thumping around, and the bass is definitely up. Look at this tunnel, man. It is very large and very long. It's almost all the way out to the 50-yard line from the back of the end zone. So the students, and they come into, tonight, and they're ready to go, I think, just as much as the football team. Maybe some of the students in the student section are more excited for this game. I don't know. I'm probably getting out of hand there.
No, you're right. All school, all day today, students and I've heard some fans say, is it 7:30 yet? A couple more hours until 7:30. So fans and students are really excited. And here come the Mississinewa Indians.
Mississinewa head coach Kurt Funk, his coaching staff and players would like to welcome Pendleton Heights head coach Jed Richmond, his coaching staff, players, cheerleaders, and fans to tonight's game. And here come your Mississinewa Indians. Officials for tonight's game: Josh Spear, Tom Sussdorf, Michael Anderson, Billy Wallace, and Scott Henderson.
Well, Ryan, about 2 minutes away from the opening kickoff, and when we hear Kurt McCollum start to give the starters, we will turn things back over to him. But right now, we head out to the coin toss. They send captains Tobias Mead, Heisman Skeens, Cade Campbell, and number 52, Chris Pavey, out to the center of the field. The captains for Pendleton Heights is quarterback number 12, Christian Conkling, number 76, Trimmer Bynum, number 67, Isaac Scruggs, and number 60, Ryle Cowan. So the coin toss at the center of the field will turn things over to Kurt McCollum to see the official call.
Pendleton Heights has won the coin toss, and they elect to receive. They will defend the east goal, and the Indians will defend the west goal.
Well, Ryan, Pendleton Heights going to receive the football. Let's see, we're going to get a good taste of what the Indians have defensively here, the opening few minutes of this game.
Yeah. We really are, because a little bit more fast-paced than usual. Like we talked in the pregame show, it's going to be a dogfight.
Yes, absolutely, and I am looking forward to it tonight. And I'm telling you, I'm fired up, man. I cannot wait. 2018 IHSAA opening night here tonight. Mississinewa Pendleton Heights set to kick off.
Yeah, Dalton, and I am glad to have you back on the mic again, just like last year. And it brings back memories, especially from Greenwood.
Oh, absolutely. You know, sectional championships and, you know, a very close regional game. And the Indians going to send out Drew Cruz, Gage Peterson, Bryce Ludke, number 50, Jaheim Johnson, number 52, Chris Pavey, number 51, John Hall. Andre Soliday will do the kicking. On the far side of the field, you have number 43, Tobias Mead, number 17, Kyler Funk, number 12, Hunter Ribble, number 2, Elijah Standridge, and number 1, Caden Cole.
And the whistle has blown, and the kick is off for the 2018 football season.
And it is a touchback. How about that? The opening play goes into the end zone, and the Arabians will start at their own 25-yard line. Here come the Indians on defense.
Yeah, it's a good way to start the game, and especially for the first game for the 2018 Mississinewa Indians on Fisher Field.
I'll go ahead and give you the defensive alignment. At the nose tackle will be a junior, number 31, Andrew Cruz. You'll have Seth Kishonik on the right side of the line. Jaheim Johnson will be on the left. You have the outside linebackers of Chris Pavey, Tobias Mead, the inside backers of Kyler Funk and John Hall. Here's the snap, hand up off the middle. He gets about 6'7", breaks the tackle, and he's going to be out and across for a first down. That was number 20, Camden Early, and it's a first down. So there you go, Ryan. You know, first down, first play for Pendleton Heights. The Indians are going to have to strengthen up their defense here.
Yeah. Yeah, after the first play, you see what Pendleton Heights will bring, and that's when Indians say, all right, guys, let's go.
So I gave you the front alignment for the Indians. They send Heisman Skeens is a corner, Cade Campbell a corner. Then in the safeties positions, you have Elijah Standers and Caden Cole. Quarterback drops back the pass, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield by Tobias Mead. Is that a flag?
It is a flag, and
Christian Conklin dropped back to pass, and looks like there's a flag there right around the line of scrimmage. Let's see.
And you can tell Coach Funk is already not happy.
What is the official call? Let's turn it over to Kirk McCollum.
Legal procedure against Pendleton Heights and holding. Penalties are declined.
So it was holding an illegal procedure, so Coach Funk elects to decline that because he's got a sack, so it does you about the same justice. So
it evens it out exactly.
Conkling is the quarterback for Pendleton Heights. He will get the snap, hands it off, and up the middle, and he gets about 15 on that carry. That was Early again. And, man, I'm telling you what, this Camden Early, he's looking awful strong. He's had 2 carries and probably about 25 yards in the 2 carries.
Yeah, and he found a middle spot open, and he really took advantage of it.
Yeah, Camden Early, only a junior, 5'8", 180. And, boy, I'll tell you, another year coming back for Early. He's liable to be really, really tough next year. He's already looking tough here tonight. 2 carries for 25 yards unofficially. There was a penalty.
Against Pendleton Heights. Holding.
So a holding penalty against Pendleton Heights. So, man, just like that, Ryan, a penalty and then a big run. But guess what? A penalty and it halts it. They're right back where they started.
Yeah, and it's not a good way to start off for Pendleton Heights. You know, two bad runs, and that's going to force you to push back.
They're all the way back on their own 12-yard line. So, defensively, the Indians are not playing the best, but they did have a sack, Tobias Mead. But other than that, the defense isn't really looking all that great, but the penalties are helping them out. And I know one thing, the defensive team's like, hey, we'll take it.
Yeah, Indians are, all right, we'll take it. That's a freebie for us.
So the freshman Carson Campbell makes his first appearance defensively on the field. Here's the snap. Conkling going to throw, and a ball was intended for number 8, Anakin Allison, and it is incomplete. So, Ryan, looking at Pendleton Heights, their quarterback, Christian Conkling, he looks pretty tough.
Yeah, you can just look at him and you can say, well, he's an athlete, and he is. throws the ball good, and hopefully the other side of his teammates can pick it up a little bit.
You know, the one we talked about in the pregame show is the wide receiver number 10, Eli Pankel. He's going to Duke University next year. The ball has not even went towards him one time, so. Substitution into the lineup comes Seth Kashanik.
And number 24 happens to be TribeTV member Seth Kashanik, and he was excited about this game on Tribe Sports Daily. So if you haven't seen Tribe Sports Daily yet today,
here is the snap
check it
run
out.
Up the middle. Here's Early, and he will be brought down by number 21, Heisman Skeens. A gain of about 8, but Skeens levels him right there, and that's going to bring up 4th down and a very long way to go. I'm going to say about 4th and about 6 or 7 miles here. You're going to have the cousin duo of Heisman Skeens and Cade Campbell go back to receive, and then Carson Campbell up, about 15 yards ahead of them. And, we saw this last year, and it really worked out well for the Indians.
It did.
So let's see here what we have. Kind of a weird formation here for Pendleton Heights. I've never seen, a punt team go out in this formation, but
ball is snapped.
Kind of a low snap. And it takes a Pendleton Heights bounce, and the Indians will get their first chance at offense as Heisman Skeens makes his quarterback debut in the 2018 season.
And another debut you will see in just one moment, and you might see something good.
Yeah, Carson Campbell out onto the field offensively. Carson, only a freshman, brother to Cade Campbell, cousin to Heisman. He's a 5'5", 130-pound slot receiver. So let's see what the Indians have in store here. You have Skeens in the quarterback position, Cade Campbell to his right, Carson Campbell also to his right at the slot position. He sends Carson in motion, and Carson going to get the handoff, and up the middle he goes, and he will be brought down after a gain of about 2 or 3. So Carson Campbell with his first carry as a varsity football player.
Claim on the stop for Pendleton Heights.
10 minutes to go, opening quarter. It's going to be 2nd, and I'm going to say 7.
7, yeah.
So first carry for Campbell is 3 yards. Not bad for a freshman. Only 135 pounds.
And especially for first game and first play of the season.
Carson in motion again, fakes the handoff. Now handoff to Cade Campbell. Up the middle he goes and will be brought down just short of the first down marker. I'll tell you, I wonder if the
And that's going to be a first down.
So it was a gain of 7 for Cade. Hey, Ryan, how about this? I wonder if Cade might have an even younger brother than Carson. Maybe we could get 3 Campbells up here.
It would be nice. Like we just said, you're going to see something good out of Carson Campbell.
Well, we've seen Heisman and Cade together. Now we're going to see Heisman, Cade, and Carson. This is going to be something. Here's Cade in motion. Now he hands it off, fakes the handoff. Now Skeens is going to keep it. Heisman, spin move out to the 50, to the 45, down to the 40, and steps out of bounds at the 38. A huge carry for Heisman Skeens, his first carry of the 2018 season.
It'll be another first down for the Indians with 9 minutes and 28 seconds to go.
A 17-yard carry for Heisman Skeens, and this is the offense that Coach Funk has always wanted to run it when he came to Mississinewa, but they've had such a good quarterback in Cade McCoy who could pass. Now you got Heisman Skeens. The Indians are going to run a triple offense here this season. Skeens back in the shotgun formation. They have 2 tight ends. Cade Campbell in the backfield, 2 receivers to the left. Now you're handed off to Cade, and he will be brought down at the line of scrimmage. No gain. So 2 carries for Cade Campbell for a total of 7 yards. Now Carson going to come back in. It's going to be hard because I'm so used to saying Campbell, but now you gotta identify
say the full
him.
name. Yeah.
Yeah. Skeens, the lone man in the backfield. He's got 2 receivers to the right, 3 to the far side. Carson goes in motion. And he hands it off to Carson Campbell around the outside.
And Carson will down the sideline. And
Carson, he broke out got a first down. They tried to pull him down, and he stayed on his feet, and then he was taken down. It took 3 players to take down a 5'5", 135-pound slot receiver who's a freshman.
That tells you how athletic he is and how quick on his feet he is.
Carson Campbell, 2 carries, 14 yards. So Heisman Skeens, Carson Campbell, Bryce Ludke, Cade Campbell, Andrew Cruz, Caden Cole. Then you have Skylar Tackett, I believe Timothy Scott, Jason Arbogast, and I don't see who the center is down in the middle.
I can't tell either.
Here comes Carson in motion again. They fake the handoff. Now Skeen's going to go up the middle and gain 1 or 2. So far, this triple offense is looking very strong. Huh?
It is, and like we said in the pregame, when you put Carson Campbell out there, he's going to do great things.
A gain of 1 for Heisman. You put Carson with Heisman and Cade, man, I'm telling you.
It's nice.
Now a handoff up the middle on a quarterback keeper. That was Andrew Cruz.
On the quarterback keeper up the middle.
I think he gained 1 or 2 there. So Cruz actually gained 3. And it's going to be 3rd and 6. 7.5 minutes left in the opening quarter. Still 0-0, but the Indians marching down the field looking to score, Ryan.
Yeah, they're marching down the field. It's almost like a piece of cake if you think about it. They're just marching down real easy, and it's working out.
A pitch to the outside. Here is Cade Campbell. He goes up the middle, and I believe may be a yard or 2 short of the first down marker. So his 3rd carry of the game, and it's going to be 4th and 2. So gain of 4 for Cade. Now the Indians going to keep it up the middle. That is Andrew Cruz, and a first down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask on Pendleton Heights. But Ryan, this triple option offense, and you could really call it a quadruple option because now you got Andrew Cruz in the mix.
I tell you what, when you put Cruz with the ball, you know, he's just so strong. It's hard to take him down. That muscle is there for him.
I'll give him 5 yards on that carry. It's a personal foul face mask like I thought it would be against Pendleton Heights. Andrew Cruz, 2 carries for 8 yards.
Ball on the 23.
So now it's going to be about 5 yards away from the end zone.
Ball on 6, my bad.
Schemes under center. No, that was Cruz under center. He hands it off to Heisman Schemes, and Heisman going to be leveled at the line of scrimmage. So 1 carry, no yards on that carry. So we'll try it again. 2nd and goal, ball on the 6 again, but the good thing is Heisman didn't lose any yards. Now Skeens back to the quarterback position. No, that is Cruz under center. Cruz under center, pitches it to the outside to Heisman Skeens, and he will be brought down. I don't think he got any of the yards there either.
I would say the ball will still be on the 6.
If anything, he gained 1, maybe 2. It'll be 3rd and goal. He actually lost 3 yards.
Ball on the 9.
It's really confused me. I'm so used to seeing number 13 in the quarterback position. You look down there and you see number 31, then you see number 21. Man, I'm telling you,
It's
this
a
triple
mixture,
offense
yeah.
is definitely a lot different for us. Now Heisman is at the quarterback spot. In the backfield by himself, he's got Cade Campbell to the right, Carson to the left. He sends Carson in motion, and now he was going to fake the handoff, but we've got a false start, I believe, against the Indians. Let's turn it to Kirk McCollum. So maybe the
Penalty was against the Indians. False start.
So there was a false start. They took a minute there, and then I thought they was getting rid of that call, but now it is a false start. So the Indians 3rd and 14, ball on the 14. Maybe you could get Andre Saladay's leg out there and kick a field goal.
Just bring back memories, from last year.
Yeah.
5 minutes and 20 seconds left to play.
Here's Skeens. He's going to send Carson in motion. Fakes the handoff. Now he's going to throw. Pass was intended for number 1.
Pass intended for number 1, Caden Cole. Falls incomplete.
And here comes Andre Saladay.
That brings up 4th down for the Indians.
So, Andre Saladay going to attempt the field goal. Let's see what he's got. We've seen him nail one last year. Now I'm looking to see what he's got here. 5:11 left, first quarter. Here comes the snap. It's down. Saladay's kick is up, and it is to the right and no good. But they knocked down. Saladay running into the kicker is going to be the call. It is. It is a penalty, and I believe that is an automatic first down. And here comes Heisman, Skeens, and the rest of the Indian offense back to the field. Just exactly what you could have wanted. And I thought the kick looked a little to the right. Saladay fell down. I tell you what, Pendleton Heights not too happy with that call. They're trying to figure out what maybe happened there. But Saladay came up limping. He was on the ground. You know, there could have been a little bit of an exaggeration there as well, but nonetheless, the Indians will take it. So we'll try it again. First down.
Ball on the 14.
The first and goal for the Indians.
Here we go. Cruz under center. Hands it off. Skeens goes up the middle, and gap was filled, and he's going to be brought down. A very physical football team, Pendleton Heights is, and I tell you what, they're not backing down.
No, they're not, and they're all around a strong team. And, you know, we've said this already. We said it in the pregame. It's going to be a dogfight. 4 minutes and 33 seconds left to play. Ball is on the 7.
Here is a handoff up the middle. That was Carson Campbell, I believe. No, maybe that was Cruz.
Handoff was to number 17.
No, that was Kyler Funk. That play really confused me. I didn't,
Yeah.
there was a bunch of Indians there, and so Kyler Funk gets a carry.
Third goal for the Indians from the 5-yard line.
He gained 2 yards on the play.
Number 1, Caden Cole on the line.
Skeens in the shotgun formation. Cruz to the left. Cade Campbell to the right. Fakes the handoff. Now Heisman going to keep it. Here he goes. Heisman. Touchdown. Heisman. Skeens, man. There was 2 Pendleton Heights players there. Heisman said, get out of my way. Shoulder down. Bullied his way into the end zone. And it's a touchdown for Mississinewa.
Like you said, touchdown Mississinewa. And as he ran that in, his helmet came off. And just like the start, we were thinking the Indians were going to get up top fast.
So Skeens, a carry to the end zone, 5 yards and a touchdown. And the extra point on the way, maybe, or are they going to go for 2? So we got a timeout.
We're going to take a 60-second timeout, and this 60-second timeout is brought to you by Via Credit Union of Gas City. Proud to support Mississinewa Athletics. We'll be back in 60. You're watching Mississinewa Indians football live from Fisher Field. Welcome back to Fisher Field as 3 minutes and 37 seconds left to play, and they took the touchdown away from the Indians. Ball is on the 1.
Skeen's not able to be in this play because his helmet came off, so I'm going to tell you what they're going to do. Cruz is probably just going to keep it and bully his way in, and it's going to be a touchdown. So here we go. Cruz, up the middle, touchdown.
Touchdown. Well,
maybe not. Maybe this. It is a touchdown.
It is.
It is a touchdown. There we go.
Again, we tried to say it before, and the second time worked, touchdown, Mississinewa Indians.
Well, we read their minds.
Yes, we did.
So here we go. Now, I believe the extra point. It is going to be an extra point. Soliday, man, I'm telling you, Ryan, I'm really impressed with Andre Soliday. What high school kicker do you see with his type of talent?
He has amazing talent, and another football player that is an amazing athlete. The kick is up, and it's good, and right down 8th Street.
So here we go. 3:29 left, first quarter. Mississinewa 7, Pendelton Heights 0. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Mississinewa Indians football on the Tribe Sports Network.
Welcome back to Charlie Fisher Field as Soliday will kick off. 3 minutes and 29 seconds left to play in the first. Indians up.
So the Indians got to stop. Got on the board with a touchdown. 7-0.
Okay.
Soliday going to kick off for the Indians. So wait on the whistle for the kick, and there is the whistle. Ryan?
Kick is low, and
Okay, 1.25.
Tyler Funk going to be on the stop. That was number 15. Who is number 15?
Tyler Funk on the stop for the Indians.
Slide that. Yep.
Tristan Spinks,
So
he found the middle wide open, and he surely took advantage of that. Ball on the 37.
he definitely took advantage of it.
He did.
They started on the 25 last time. They're almost up to the 40.
Looks like it's running.
So number 12 is their quarterback. That is Conkling, an outstanding athlete. As you said, you can just look at him and tell he's an athlete. And number 24, Seth Kishonik, jumped offsides. It's going to be offsides against the Indians.
Some input lag. I guess I can make sure to say that before the call.
Coach Funk not happy about that at all.
Enforcement against the Indians, 5-yard penalty.
So it is 1st and 5. Here's Conkling. Snap. He's going to keep it this time. And guess who's there to meet him? John Hall that time.
Yeah, it's a name that we don't get to say quite often. But like you said, Hall with the stop.
Gain of about 3 yards.
Look at Coach Funk, Ryan. He is in somebody's ear. I don't know who he was yelling at, but he is wound up down there. He was not happy with somebody.
And the headset is off, so you know.
And when the headset comes off, it's all business.
It is.
So here we go. Let's see what they got.
And almost dropped the ball on the snap. Funk on the stop.
I think that was the quarterback, Conkling. I know one thing. If he was coming this way, Drew Cruz is going to be there to swallow him up because he knocked the running back down.
When you just see Cruz on the field, it's like, oh, no, what we've got ourselves into. Ball is on the 48. And it looks like it is starting to sprinkle here at Fisher Field.
There we
Ball will go long, and it is caught.
Pass is complete to number 8.
Anakin Allison on the catch. Ball.
There's a flag. So let's see. Let's turn it over to Kirk McCollum with the official call because this could be anything.
Personal foul against the Indians.
So personal foul against the Indians, but no official call about a personal foul. They just said personal foul, so.
Be half the distance of the goal line.
So now Pendleton Heights going to be right there getting ready.
Just inside the 10-yard line.
To be in the end zone. So the Indians scoring right back at them comes Pendleton Heights. Here is Conkling, keeps it up the middle he goes. And I believe he's in the end zone, right?
And that'll be
it is
touchdown for Pendleton Heights, and it's already a close game, Dalton.
It's going to be like this all night, and now a flag.
And there's a flag on the play.
Number 35, Pendleton Heights, not too happy.
Pendleton Heights.
So it's a personal foul, so that just makes the extra point a little bit harder. But I'm sure that they'll probably go for two because you normally don't go for an extra point unless you got the boot of Andre Saladay. Oh, I take that back. Unless you're up in like Class 6A or something, that's about.
Yeah, when you get up there, it's
you get to 6A, it's like small college football. So they are. I don't know what this is. I've never seen a formation like this, Ryan. What in the world? Okay, now.
I was about to say.
Yeah, I was like, are they trying some Chuck Pagano stuff here, or what's going on now? Here is the extra point. Man, he nailed it.
Yeah, he put that up there quick, and
Nick Taylor is who that was, and guess what, Ryan?
Close game.
Tied 7-7. 2:09 left, first quarter. And let's take a 30-second break.
30-second break is brought to you by Grant County State Bank, proudly serving Grant County for over 70 years. We'll be back in 30. You're watching Mississinians football live from Fisher Field. The Arabians will kick off from the 25. And like we just said a few moments ago, game's tied, 2:09 left to play in the first.
Number 89, Maverick Hamilton.
The official wiped out there. The official, it did just get down sprinkling, though. I mean, I'm sure the field's slick. But, man, he fell down. Here's the kickoff. This one's going to Carson Campbell. Hits off his face mask. Now he picks it up. Carson around
He's going to go on the sideline and breaks through, and he'll be down.
Carson Campbell on the return for the Indians.
Nice little carry by Carson.
45-yard line.
Carson will end up at the 45.
For the Arabians. The first and 10 for the Indians from their own 45.
2 minutes to play in the opening quarter. You know, if you're joining us, you're like, man, why are they still in the first quarter? Well, we started a half an hour later than normal. Started at 7:30. So, tied at 7. Here is the snap. It goes to Cade Campbell.
And he'll get a little run with,
I think he's going to get 5, maybe 6.
Tripped up by number 8, Anakin Allison on the play.
Well, let's see what they give him there.
second down.
For the Indians.
Ball on the 49.
So they gave him 6.
The 50-yard line.
And now let's see. I think Timothy Scott is the center, Ryan. Now I finally figured it out. Fake to Carson. Now Heisman, they're going to get him for like a horse collar.
Heisman schemes on the quarterback keeper around the right side, and they're
now holding.
Holding against the Indians.
And
10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
And it's going to be a 10-yard penalty for the Indians.
Defensively for Pendleton Heights.
Man, Ryan, we were talking at the break there. We might have to take a step outside here at halftime and
let's
get some fresh air. It's a little warm up here.
Feels about 105 degrees in this press box.
And very beautiful outside.
Yes, a little mist outside. I'm sure it feels fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Second 15 for the Indians.
Can't thank everybody here at TribeTV for all their hard work, everything that they do to make this possible.
Yeah, thank you to our amazing TribeTV coordinator, Mr. Brooks Holloway, for all the amazing things he does to put us on air and the amazing things he does for the high
Here's
school.
Skeens gets it to Cade Campbell, and now Campbell goes down.
And there's a flag.
He was brought down by Pancol, a kid going to Duke, and now they're going to get him for a face mask.
Face mask against the Arabians.
Face masking against Pendleton Heights.
He looked at the official like, are you serious? Well, you know, I didn't think it looked like a face mask. What? You know, we're up here, and they're down there. So welcome back to Mississinewa High School. Man, Ryan, we had some technical difficulties there.
Yeah, some that we don't expect. 7 seconds left to play in the first, and it is counting down. Indians and the Arabians are tied at 7. Ball is on the 44, and that'll be the end of the first.
End of the first quarter. Have a tie score, Indians 7, Arabians 7.
Indians 7, Arabians 7. We're going to take this first quarter timeout, and we'll be back with more Indian action. This break is brought to you by Cunningham's Glass, serving Gwinnett County since 1968. Welcome back to Mississinewa High School on the beautiful Charlie Fisher Field as we get the second quarter off and going, and there will be a flag on the play.
It was Cade Campbell on the carry for Mississinewa. Eli Pancourt on the stop. So, here we go.
Ball is on the 39, and that'll be the third down.
Give some recognition to the cheerleaders. You know, they don't hardly get any recognition. You know, they're doing an outstanding job tonight keeping the fans engaged. So, shout out to the Ole Miss cheerleaders.
Ball is snapped in the hands of Heisman. Skeens. Pass that is off to his cousin down the line, and he will break 2 tackles.
Cade Campbell. Not Carson, Cade this time. You know, if you look, you just barely glance, you kind of like, oh, wait, is that Carson or Cade? You know, they both look very similar.
And that'll be a first down for the Indians.
I think at halftime we'll have to go down and say hi to some of my good old buddies down at the student section. They're engaged in the game. Look at all them down there.
Yeah, they're getting the football players and the fans fired up, and it's a good student section tonight.
Here is Campbell.
Campbell goes through down the line, and that'll be a touchdown, Indians.
A flag in the backfield. It's going to be holding. That was such a good fake.
It was.
Holding against the Indians.
And they will bring it back.
What a play.
That was an amazing play right down the line.
So the Indians moved the ball all the way back to the 41. So a touchdown erased again on a holding penalty.
And let's see if the Indians can repeat the same thing. And let's see if it looks as good as it did the first time.
I think you'll probably see something just a little bit different here.
Yeah, after they're expecting that. And the ball, we go down the middle, and they won't get hardly any.
I don't know what's going on. All this moving around and all the officials, you know, they act like they're going to make a call, but then you don't see a flag. So it's really confusing the way this game has went, you know, this second quarter so far.
And it's still early in the game. And
so with the ball will be Heisman Skeens in the backfield. Quarterback position since Carson Campbell this side. Now the ball snapped. Skeens rolls out to pass. Now it's going to keep it and stiff arm, and he's knocked out of bounds at about the 40.
Heisman Skeens on the quarterback keeper at the left end.
So Skeens brought down.
Second down, ball on the 41 with 9 minutes and 49 seconds left to play in the second.
Very nice crowd on hands here tonight.
And fans keep on rolling in. It hasn't stopped.
They keep looking at the sky, too, because things getting a little chilly and a little bit. And a few sprinkles here and there.
The flag is starting to wave even more, and it's starting to pick up. So hopefully we don't see too much rain, but a little bit just to cool it off a little bit more.
Now there is Campbell.
Campbell will get it.
That was Cade Campbell on the carry.
And a shout out to IW football team as they came to support mostly of the Indians, but some of Pendleton Heights. So thank you, IW football, for being at Fisher Field on the beautiful campus.
I can't believe you actually done this.
So, looks like the Indians going to punt.
Mississinewa.
Timeout, Mississinewa, and we will take a break as well. Timeout is brought to you by Hometown Animal Hospital, 94 Schaefer Drive in Gas City. We'll be back in 60. You're watching Mississinewa Indians football on the Tribe Sports Network. The punt is up for the Indians and will drop, and the rain starts to pick up even more. Here comes the rain, and fans are still sticking in with us with their umbrellas and blankets over their head. And the rain has picked up even more, and the rain keeps on picking up. And the field is getting slick, and it is basically pouring down rain right now on Fisher Field. And there'll be a fumble! And it will be for the Indians. Pavey on the fumble retrieve. And the rain is pouring. It is literally pouring here at Fisher Field, and it is starting to go sideways. Heisman schemes for a touchdown. Touchdown, Indians. Salde for the extra point.
I know. I'm making sure the camera doesn't get wet. If it does, I gotta pull it back. So I'm making sure it's not getting. Okay.
And the kick is up, and it is right down Garthwaite.
9 minutes and 20 seconds.
Kick is up and it is low and it'll go out of bounds.
And the kickoff went out of bounds. Be a penalty against the Indians.
Thanking. I'm thanking. I need you to make sure, hold this for me. Just hold it. Forward a little bit.
Sorry for the camera starting to shake as we get our camera indoors.
Yeah, we're gonna go to a temporary.
We're going to take a 60-second timeout, and we'll be back with more Indian football action. You're watching Mississippi Indians football on the Tribe Sports Network.
Sharknado! Who wants a hug? Do we got any napkins? I'm gonna dry you off. Get poured into the building. Look at all this electrical equipment and water. Yeah, so the cable protector.
I have to make it go away.
Has the rain cut back a little bit? Or is it still? Are you really?
Yeah, I did my rain dances.
It's all on. Oh, for God's sake, are you kidding me?
Takes the ball to about the 30-yard line.
Oh, a shower. Oh, it's down right here. This one's down right here.
Just maybe on the stop of the Indians.
Test.
We must manifest destiny.
Test. What on earth? Really? I think it is. Test.